EricsHouse is love personified.
EricsHouse is love and support.
EricsHouse is a place of healing, caring, and love.
EricsHouse is a place where your experience will feel normal.
I lost my son Eric 4 years ago when he was only 27 years old. He struggled with an addiction to prescription opioids, and then he transitioned to heroin. He fought hard for sobriety, and I know it was a very difficult battle for him. One day he chose to leave us, and naturally this changed my life forever.
Well, Eric was my brother, and EricsHouse was born out of sort of a necessity that my family and I needed. We needed support, we needed help, we needed to figure out how to cope with that loss after Eric passed in 2016. And this was something that organically evolved over, I would say, a year and a half. It started out as my mom and I just going to a bar and just sitting around having meetings and sort of just talking about how we were feeling and what we needed to do that week, and what our emotions were and how things were going in our lives. And then that continued to mature, and here we are at EricsHouse.
There are a lot of great organizations out there that look at prevention of issues with substance abuse or suicide, but the grievers are sort of the forgotten victims in this picture.
Grievers need a place to process their loss. Oftentimes in my grief companioning sessions, I'll have somebody say, "Oh my gosh, I don't want to cry." And the response is always, "Why not? This is your place to cry. This is your safe place."
We need support. Often people bury those feelings, or they seek solace in alcohol or other substance, and it gets bad and it spirals, and if you don't take care of that, if you don't be proactive as your loved one would want you to, it gets worse.
When you trap it inside yourself and have no outlet, no external validation or support, it eats you up. It can destroy you, and that, the repercussions of that then sort of impact everyone around you.
When you lose somebody tragically, it feels almost like you're being punished, like the world is sort of out for you, and you feel like nobody can really understand what you're going through. So when you enter into EricsHouse and a community with other people who've also been through something very similar to that, there's an instant kinship. There's a special bond that takes place that I don't think you can get from reading a book or from a lot of these other organizations that have a lot of people who want to be helpful, but they just can't relate on the same level.
You can expect to be accepted for exactly who you are, where you are, in whatever manner, shape, ability you can bring to us. You can expect to have a community that supports you, understands you, and just wants to help you heal, because that is what EricsHouse is all about.
I see and have heard of no other place like EricsHouse, because at EricsHouse, it's a community of lost survivors helping other lost survivors.
Here, everybody can relate to you. Everything is sacred. Everything is safe. So whatever I come and tell anybody in these groups, they can all relate. They understand it.
Being with people who had experienced the same grief, the same loss that we had as a family, it was almost too much to take.
Grief is anything but simple.
If you raised a child, however long it's been for you, 10, 20, 30 years, whatever it is, that runs deep. They are part of your soul, and to lose them, just don't bury that. Just really seek help.
Grief is just love looking for a place to go.
The fact that they have counseling, grief counseling, they have Reiki, They have all kinds of retreats and services provided to these families. They have memorial services.
Man, they're playing such a role for people who don't have any place else to turn. You know, they're in this deep despair, these fractured lives, and what the heck do you do? And they're able to go and reach their hands and help pull these people up.
Well, we don't heal, you know, we don't get perfect and wonderful like we were, but what it does, it helps you deal with it. It's like these are tragedies. You don't want it to take you down that rabbit hole that you're never going to come out of. What this does is help you survive it, helps you get through it, helps you embrace life, because there still is life. I mean, our children have died or our family members, but we still are embracing life.
Life will reset itself, and it may look different, but I think everybody will be amazed at what they can accomplish and what life can provide to them on the other side of this work.
We are truly there to help every person who walks through this door get through their worst moment in life, and we know we can help them.
We get a lot out of every dollar that we're given, and we make a difference. And so send people our way that need the help. Make a donation if you can afford it. Spread the word.
If you or anybody you know or love is in a situation like this, or is experiencing some of the pains or some of the hardships that you've heard us talk about, please reach out to EricsHouse.org. There are so many resources available, such amazing people who can really truly help you. So please don't wait, call us today.